Deacon Sakari. We back at it like a crack addict. They done let them bruise in the dough in this wicked industry to shine the light. They done let them bruise in the dough. Oh shit. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. We ain't going nowhere. Hebrews. Let's get it. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. Look. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Deacon Sakari, new clothing line, The Whole Armor. Put it on. New clothing line out right now. We got apparel for the sisters, apparel for the kids, and of course, apparel for the mighty men of Israel. We got quality material, affordable prices, y'all. Check it out. We got stuff for the Southern Kingdom. We got stuff for the Northern Kingdom. We got exclusivity. All right, y'all see it. Y'all see the brew drip. Y'all see the brew sauce. All right, Deacon Sakari new clothing line called thewholearmor.com. All right, everybody go support Israelite businesses, and I greatly appreciate y'all. Shalom. Peace. Cops hop out, we bail on them. Leviticus, I like my fish with scales on them. Ask Chief Ephraim, he could vouch. We be putting in the work while you sitting on the couch. Camp haters quiet as a mouse. Yeah, already shout out to my brother Austin Trout. Just as a reminder if there's doubt, I wear every single fringe even when I'm in the house. Get all your truth music at deaconsakari.com. That's 9 albums. We even got a couple free for y'all. Support the cause, y'all. I see a lot of haters. I knew it would come with it. Rap game full of evil and sin, and I don't want none of it. They bite my style. They just want to take it and run with it. Sakari Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. Come learn how to defend the gospel. Email sakariseattle@gmail.com. Limited registration. Sakari.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us. We above all nations, all nations.
What?
Above all nations, all nations.
Yeah.
We are the chosen of the one Yahweh. Above all nations.
We finally back on. Children's Bibles with black and brown images. I know a lot of y'all been waiting. A lot of people on back order. We still got some though. Put your order in before it's too late. I'm gonna start having them regularly, Lord willing. Tire Pro Go, a mobile sale, install, and repair company, servicing the New York, New Jersey area. Support Israelite business. All right, y'all. Go to czyn.network. czyn.network. We done with Patreon. No more Patreon. czyn.network. You're going to get videos too hot for YouTube or early releases. So go sign up. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Not only do you get Deacon Sakari's content, you get Guerrilla Hebrew content, Hassad content, other camps putting their content on this platform. We need our own app, so sign up using promo code Deacon Sakari. czyn.network. It's our own app, our own platform. The white man can no longer subvert or hide or try to censor this truth. So sign up and get this heat. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. CZYN. Praises. Get your commercial played here. Contact sakariseattle@gmail.com. Introducing Super Thanks. YouTube has now added a feature where you can donate if you missed the live show by just clicking the heart button with the thanks on it. It'll be on every video. It'll highlight your comment to bring more attention to your statement. So if it's on your heart, super thanks. Shalom.
Popping mollies and putting powder in your nostrils. We be in the trenches, needles under benches. We be giving them the gospel. I keep 12 Sakari members with me. We be moving like apostles. True. Some stices is dead traps, hair rascals, just a latato. The church don't even know the truth. They can even tell you an Israelite. Arabs selling you all the switches and the malt liquor are the Ishmaelites. You can show a nigga slave ships in the Bible, still won't get it right. Until the time's out, then a nigga gotta find out what them missiles like.
Oh man, yeah, he said it. He said it and he did it. He said it and he did it. So therefore, he has to get a rare beating, right? He said it and he did it, y'all. He took it further. Excuse me. So we got to get him. We have to get him. First and foremost, though, before we start this beautiful class on this Tuesday night, what is this? May 28th, Tuesday night, year 2024. This will be legendary. We are going to start this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father and Creator, Yahweh. And we do so by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. That's in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all my brothers and sisters who send me first. Send the info to me first. The Deacon Sakari, flawless, not lawless. You understand that? Make sure you get your merch. Link is in the description box. Now, thank you guys for sending me so much good information. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You get it here first. Now other content creators on YouTube are taken from my channel, but I'm not trick made. All right. That's what I'm gonna say for lack of better words. I'm not trick made, because I remember some individuals who I was taken from their content and they flagged me, Israelites, you know, and now they're taken from my content. I'm not flagging them because I'm not trick made. You understand that? But I just want to say thank you guys for sending me this information. I'm up on a lot of events. I'm up on current events. I'm up on the latest tea, but I'm not up on everything. I have a lot of stuff to do. And so I do want to thank you guys for sending me these this good pertinent information, this hot news, right? So what's been going on lately is this. Everybody's been bugging out over Terrence Howard. All right. They've been saying, oh, Deacon, have you watched this Joe Rogan interview? Have you heard what he said here? Have you heard what he said there? I mean, just completely bugging out. Now, I will mention this. Let me give some backdrop here, right? I didn't know Terrence Howard was so smart. I didn't know. I promise you, I just didn't know. I liked him in movies, but I don't like follow actors' personal lives and things like that. Their interviews or drama. I did hear about how he beat the broad up or whatever, allegedly. I don't know if he got convicted for that, but I know there was some talks about that. But he is incredibly smart. And we know why though, because he has tapped into the dark side. Now, when I'm listening to, I was doing my little exercises, right? I was doing my little exercises, you know, doing my little run, trying to get my cardio up, right? For martial law and the concentration camps and all that, right? And I'm just listening to him. But Israelites are sending me it. Now, he didn't say nothing about, as far as what how much I listened. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but he didn't say like, Black community, our struggle, our condition, our plight, you know, our captivity, you know, our dark past and history from what they did to us, systemic racism, you know, the prison system. He didn't talk about like religion. Mostly on Joe Rogan, he was talking about the universe, which I really don't. It's interesting, but it's not really intriguing. It's not really captivating. It's not attractive and to my intellect, really. I could really care less about the universe. I mean, we don't even know what's going on in the deep waters of the oceans on this earth. We don't even really understand reciprocation on the earth, let alone to be talking about how the universe is expanding and contracting, and you know, the C equals squares, and where Einstein messed up and where this person messed up, and the object of relativity and all of that shit. People that I'm with every day and talk to every day don't give a damn about that. You got to meet people where they are. And there's only probably 100 people on the planet who understood everything Terrence Howard was saying in that video. Let's just be real. So, but still a genius. But now what he has admitted on another interview lets me know that he tapped into the dark side to unlock that secret knowledge and the mysteries and all the esoteric information that he has. He admits to praying to demons. He admits to being demon possessed. So all the ancient people. So people ask me, Deacon, are mediums real? Are witches real? Are psychics real? Some of them are quacks and fakes, but some of them are real. Why? Because they're tapping into demonic knowledge, demonology. They're tapping into evil spirits and saying, "Possess my soul." You know, they're confirming and inviting and invoking, and so therefore they are unlocking powers and mystical knowledge and things of that nature. That's normal. That's been happening throughout antiquity. Um, Even Moses having to go up against Pharaoh and his magicians, they were mimicking most of the miracles that Moses did. So we do see humans being able to have access to power through the left hand side, right? Whether it's physical ability, superhuman strength, or even extra, um, what's the word I'm looking for? You could say extraterrestrial or supernatural knowledge, right? So you guys are going to hear this in this broadcast today, how Terrence Howard says that we aren't Israelites and that he prays to demons. He lets them host him. So all of y'all that was sending me, most of you guys was sending me the Joe Rogan interview. There's only one smart, good brother. And I'm surprised no other huge Israelites seen this other video, this other interview. It got 1 million views from 1 month ago, where he talks about the Israelites and circumcision and praying to demons and letting them possess him. I'm surprised no Israelites heard this. There's one sister, the brother sent it to me, and he said there was only one sister, and she talked about the praying to demons part, but just one sister and me caught this or sent this. But hey, everything happens for a reason. I love to be the one to bring this information. So I'm gonna start this off, or continue rather, because we've been started. I guess I'll start the rebuke. We're gonna start the rebuke session. We're gonna start the fry session. We gotta get our brother right. Fair use is gonna be our thoughts and comments on this content. Fair use. This is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. Okay. So let me share my screen. And this is from a month ago. It got about 1 million views. Now, what he did was he blessed this sister. Now, look at this nigga, man. Look at this nigga. This nigga got this wig on. And this is what, yeah, he's tapping into whatever demon is manifesting in him. Right? Now, He blessed his sister's channel. Look, he probably was trying to. Nah, he said he's married. In this, he says he's married and he's only concerned with one woman, right? But he blessed his sister. I don't know how he met her. She only got 7,000 subscribers. He blessed the sister, came on here a month ago. This video got 1 million views, right? So let's play this. And you guys are going to hear, and we're going to break it down and unpack this biblically.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. Welcome to Straight Talk.
So my man's is on some Rick James / Ric Flair / Morris Day / every nigga that we / Prince / James Brown / Billy D. Williams / Sammy Davis Jr. That nigga got all those demons in him manifesting. But don't let that fool you, though. He's tapped into the dark side. That's why he has that extraterrestrial knowledge that he has. And Neil deGrasse Tyson does not want any parts of Terrence Howard. That's just a fact. So I'm going to go to, let's see.
See, that was some really good advice. That was the closest I got to a social bath, you know. But a Cadillac is a little more fun.
Okay.
A little more fun.
What was that preparation like?
Can you guys hear? Can y'all hear? Because she's asking him, what was the preparation like? Now, this is the part where he talks about, you know, being demon possessed and praying to demons. You guys can hear pretty good because it's kind of low on my end. So y'all are going to have to turn your devices up to max volume. All right. Turn your devices up to max volume. Turn your devices up because my device is up to max value. So she asked him, what was the preparation like for that scene we just seen?
Preparing, because I've heard you say a couple of things in other interviews. And I want to ask you about that because I did some acting and studying acting. And you said something I've never really heard a lot of actors say about the process of acting. And you said that sometimes when you walk off, they walk off with your clothes. Can you explain that?
Well,
when they walk off, when you walk off, they walk off with your clothes. That is such a demonic phrase. Now, most actors, though, when they're doing a hell of a good job, they literally are outside of their bodies in a trance-like state. Being an actor is very dangerous if you have to continue to switch polar opposite roles. It's very dangerous. Now, people can talk shit about Denzel Washington all they want and say he only has the same character, the same demeanor every movie. Well, damn it, I believe that's all by design. So he's not getting caught up in the demonic activity of the Hollywood world.
as an actor, you're more like a medium.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you really get there, you go into this.
As an actor, you're more like a medium. Well, for some of you people that are slow who went to public school, what is a medium? Okay, a medium in occultism, a person reputedly able to make contact with the world of spirits, especially while in a state of trance, as I just said. So he just said it. As an actor, you're basically a medium. not the shirt size, a witch.
Like a medium. You know, when you really get there, you know, you go into the zone and you really divorce yourself of who you are. And you just become a garment that something else puts on. Now, a lot of people sit up there and do impersonations of other folks, you know, instead of allowing that spirit, you know, but I sit up and I'll pray for a little bit.
You see that? So he said he'll pray for a little bit. Now, when we continue watching, he's going to say he doesn't believe in the God of the Bible. So he's going to tell you who he's praying to.
Go in a dark place.
He'll go in a dark place and pray.
Sit up and I'll pray for a little bit. Go in a dark place. Go in the bathroom, turn off the lights, look in the mirror. We'll have the light on at first, and then after 1 minute, turn the light off. And
yo, this is some crazy stuff, bro. I can only imagine the type of shape-shifting, disconfiguring of his face and body, jolting, seizure-like activities in his body until the evil spirit just takes over him and he says, I found it. This is the one. This is what I'm walking out there with. That's crazy. Turn the lights on, leave the lights on for a second, then slowly dim them. That's some crazy. Listen, I always said when I was in Hollywood, I always said I will go back to selling street pharmaceuticals. I'll just say that. I always said when I was in Hollywood, when the type of stuff I seen, I said I will go. If they ever approach me, I'm going back to packs of powder, packs of hard, black, brown, Fenty, Oxycontin. I'm gonna have it all. I'm going back to that because I just was not going to let some demon host my body. But let's continue.
we'll have the light on at first, and then after 1 minute, turn the light off, and you know, and search until you see your own glow, your own aura, and then you watch it change.
Wow.
And it's a scary thing because you'll feel like some hands are on you, and you lose a little bit of control of what you're doing. But you know, if you stay with it, you know, you'll be inhabited by something.
Whoa! Oh, all you Israelites out there was sending me the other one with Joe Rogan when you should have sent me this one. All you Israelites was sending me the other one with Joe Rogan saying, Deacon, watch this. But you should have sent me this one. Shout out to the brother who sent me this one. He said, you're going to feel like some hands are on you. And then eventually you'll get inhabited. And it's scary, but you'll be all right if you stick with it. What does that mean? You got to sell your soul. You got to say, I'm in this for the lifetime. This is a lifetime contract. What do you think he means by if you stick with it, you'll be okay? Because if you ever try to deviate from those spirits and the devil, it's going to come with a cost, and that's your life.
Doing, but you know, if you stay with it, you know, you'll be inhabited by something, and then you walk out, and the character's with you, and you got to know how to say goodbye to it.
Right.
If you really want to get there.
Right.
You know?
You see that? You see what he's saying? If you really want to be the best actress, the best actor, then you got to get possessed. Now, you can be a cool actor, but if you really want to be one of the greats, this is what he's saying.
People are afraid.
It's crazy because, and she's sitting up here, our people are crazy. She's sitting up there, she's not going to ask him, so nigga, like, you're possessed by demons. You pray to demons. She doesn't ask him any of that. She's just happy that, you know, hey, I'm getting my channel blessed.
You know, to empty themselves and be filled up with something else. But, you know, as an actor, you're an emotional prostitute.
Wow.
You know, you put on whatever you need for the job.
Okay, so if you're an emotional prostitute as an actor, who's the pimp? The devil? Well, really, you can say the white man and the devil because the white man is the devil. So if the actor is an emotional prostitute, there's got to be a pimp. This renegade shit, it wasn't no renegades. When it was real stomp down pimping, it wasn't no damn renegades, man.
You're turning a trick. You're turning an emotional trick. Wow. And it's nothing more glorious than that.
Okay. So how do you balance?
It's nothing more glorious than that. Wow. Oh man, where's Gazan? Because my dear beloved brother, indeed, my brother, indeed, was just telling us how we need to be watching Terrence Howard. Somebody tag him and get his black ass on here.
No, nothing more glorious than that.
Okay. So how do you balance the separation of who you really are? Or are they similar?
No. I mean, you got to remember, we've been here since the very beginning. Mm-hmm. There is no good or bad. Mm-hmm. It's just your perspective that you're sitting from. Is it beneficial for everyone around, or is it not? There's something that has to build up, and there's something that needs to tear it down. Mm-hmm. What we call the tearing of it down, we call it evil or bad, but that's the process of magnetism or radiation.
So basically, what he's saying is that there is no good or evil. It's just about your perception. So the universe has to break down and tear down, and we may perceive it to be evil, but that's just the natural process. So basically, he's kind of saying what the sociologist Emil Durkheim said, is that evil is necessary and natural, and it's just a part of a universe.
Creation tears apart that which was concentrically brought together through electric potential and electric force. Electricity is always seeking a higher pressure condition, trying to get to the center of the apex, whereas magnetism is spinning southwestward, trying to get out. But the magnetism is necessary because unless it broke apart that which was connected together, you would never have any new material to rebuild again. And that's the breathing in and the breathing out of universal purpose. Now, so at the end of the day, since the creator made all things and everything came.
Notice he says the creator, but he's not talking about the God of the Bible.
The creator.
Right.
There is nothing that is bad except how you are perceiving it and whether it's beneficial.
So notice he's responding to her question. How do you balance these evil spirits in your normal self? And he's saying that it's not bad. He's saying it's not bad. It's not an evil thing. It's not a demonic thing. This is his answer to her question.
To everyone around you, because something needs to tear things apart. And if you want to be on the building side of it, then you have a sustainable relationship with the universe, because the universe loves to rebuild, but it also needs to tear apart at the same time.
Right. And I often say that, we do live in a world of duality, so it keeps equilibrium. Mm-hmm. When you mention creator and universe, can you clarify who you consider?
Great question.
Oh, well, I don't consider the creator to be any of the names that have been personified upon it. Because
so he's saying it can't be Allah, it can't be Yahweh, the God of the Bible, Yahweh. He's saying it can't be any names that so this is who are you to say that just because a civilization ascribes a name or personifies a deity, that's not the power that created everything? Who are you to determine that? Let's continue.
Think as above, so below, and everything in the universe has an equal and opposite mate. Even in our chemistry, every element has an equal and opposite mate. Like the opposite mate of oxygen is a +2 and a -2 within that same octave is beryllium. If oxygen is bonded with any other element, the moment that it comes in contact with beryllium, it will break that other bond and immediately bond to beryllium because it's equal and opposite mate. So I was like, and the oxygen is feminine because it's part of the expansive side, whereas the beryllium is the masculine. So there's always this balance of masculine and feminine in the world that we see and in everything that we do. So I was like, how can a male God produce a male son without a feminine deity?
Sir, that is so stupid to liken for a four-dimensional being to something from some material from the three-dimensional world. So your whole thing against the Bible is that in the world we live, in the material world we live in, there's up, down, left, right, pros, cons. There's an equal opposite, but because the Bible doesn't say God the Father had a wife that he had sex with and created the Son of God, Jesus, that makes you question the Bible. The term Son of God in the Bible is not exclusive to Jesus Christ. We are called the sons of God. Plenty of times the prophets are referred to by God himself as, hey, son of God, go do this, go write this. It's a term of endearment, not literal, I had sex with somebody to produce this individual. Have you ever heard of the phrase, somebody is so smart that they're dumb? Literally, this dude is a genius, but basic principles he won't get.
Where does that come from? You know, and the stories of Jewish folklore, I appreciate, you know, the Israelites and their story, but they're not part of my history. So why am I subscribing to their deities? How?
Okay, so here's where he talks about the Israelites, right? Kind of a transition to the Israelites.
And the stories of Jewish folklore. Where does that come from? You know, and the stories of Jewish folklore, I appreciate, you know.
Now watch how he praises. He has to praise the Jewish community. Why? He's in Hollywood. Who owns Hollywood? So he has to praise the Jewish community. Take a listen.
You know, and the stories of Jewish folklore, I appreciate, you know, the Israelites and their story, but they're not part of my history. So why am I subscribing to their deities? How have that been placed upon us? Why is it that black men who are not Jewish are getting circumcised? When we are not part of that Israelite place. Why are we following their gods that they came up with?
So, one, he's taking a shot at us while praising them. How do I know? Just listen. He praises them. He says, you know, they had their struggle. I don't want to disrespect them. But why are we following that? So he's clearly talking about what you would call so-called Black Hebrew Israelites. So he praises them and he shoots us down. Let's play this again because a lot was said. I want to kind of touch on a few things.
To their deity, yeah, without a feminine deity. Where does that come from?
This all comes from woman worship. He wants to worship the womb. Oh, we're worshiping a male deity. Where's the feminine deity? Where's the female deity? Go get with Kemet, nigga. If you want to worship the pussy, excuse my language. If you want to worship the womb, go get with Kemet.
and the stories of Jewish folklore. I appreciate, the Israelites and their story, but they're not part of my history. So
that was a praise to them, because he can't talk down on them.
I subscribing to their deities. How have that been based upon us?
How is it?
Why is it that black men who are not Jewish are getting circumcised when we are not part of?
And look at this nasty. I'm sorry, sister. Come on now. Oh my goodness, sister. You just sat up there and agreed with him about the uncircumcised penis. So, sister, you agree that, I don't want to talk too graphic, but this is a nasty woman. I'll tell you that right now. She's into some stuff.
Men who are not Jewish are getting circumcised.
Look at her. Disgusting little girl.
And we are not part of that Israelite place. Why are we following their gods?
Why are there black Hebrew Israelites, is what he's saying. Now, the benefits of circumcision alone, it lowers your risk of infections, of STDs, of smell, of anybody can just look up the benefits of circumcision. It's not like our God was this control freak. Every law he gave us, every law, medical reasons for circumcision, every law he gave us was for our benefit. Literally. If you look at mixed fabrics, that lowers the vibration of your body. Scientists are just now finding that out. If you look at the dietary laws, that's what's killing us. If we kept that, we would live longer and be healthier. All of these laws that he gives us are for our benefits. Much lower risk of cancer of the penis and genital hygiene. I mean, there's so much benefits to this. Penile cancer, lower your risk of STDs, HIV, all of that. Why talk bad about that? Now, so he's saying that, why are we following the book? Why are we saying we're Israelites? Why are we saying we're Jewish? Why? Hold on, who's this? You guys didn't have to block him. Kazakia Bunloya. Kazakia Bunloya. There's some people in the chat that are so slow. He just said he didn't say nothing about the Hebrew Israelites. He did not mention the word Hebrew Israelite. But he says, we are not them. Why are we following them? What does that mean, dummy? Anyway, so the reason that you see all of our people and famous celebrities, Terrence Howard, of course he knows about the Israelites. Not every celebrity, but majority of celebrities know about it. Half of them damn near ascribe to it, even if they don't practice it diligently. So you're asking yourself why. We didn't just say, let's hijack the small hats. We didn't just wake up and say, I mean, listen, whoever woke up, right? Now, I used to live in an area where the small hats, right? You guys should know who the small hats are by now. The small hats used to walk around on Saturdays on their Sabbath, right? I believe there was a synagogue there, wearing all black, those curls, right? And we used to drive around, we were smoking, street life, doing all manner of evil and wickedness. We never was like, man, them guys are cool. We want to be like them. They were on the top of our hood because we're in the valley. Down on the top hill part, there's another like highway up there. So we would drive around and we never was like, man, these guys are so cool. Like they look cool, they talk cool, they dress cool. Let's try to be like them. We never said that. So it's really frustrating when Christians and other people say you got that we're hijacking their identity as if we was like, man, they're the people to be like. Oh, they give oral circumcisions to their babies. Yeah, let's go rally up to be like them. We never came to that conclusion. We only read the book and seen that it prophetically and historically speak about us and is in parallel with us, and that we fit the prophecies. We are the people of the book. Everything we went through is found in there, in the good book. The description of how they would look match us. What they would go through match us before we went through it. So you say, well, why are people following their God, Yahweh or Yahweh, and following their customs? Because it's ours. And we taught them that, just like how the Native Americans taught the white man how to survive over here upon arrival. That's called assimilation. It's called conversion. It's called proselytization. We did that with them 2,000 years ago, where they wanted to live among us, and then we taught them our culture, and it kind of morphed and changed with time. But this is why they were able to still have some of our customs and claim our identity when we lost it, because we taught it to them 2,000 years ago. I did a video on that called I did a presentation on that called how white people became Jews, or how Jews became white. That's on my channel, where it's historically and biblically proven that we were teaching them our ways and customs 2,000 years ago and beyond. Right? So let's continue.
That Israelite place. Why are we following their gods that they came up with?
So are you saying distinctively that faith and science are different, or is faith and science synonymous?
Well, science is to explain natural phenomena.
Okay.
The whole point of science was to explain natural phenomena, and it should coincide with what takes place in the observable universe. And that should strengthen one's faith. And that's why I said, as above, so below. So here, everything has an equal and opposite mate, and is necessary in order for the proliferation of life and the continuation of the death cycle that is just sleeping, and then you refold again, and you're reborn again. And I don't. So
it sounds like he subscribes to the concept of reincarnation with his breakdown right there. Now, we at Sakari, we believe that the concept of regeneration, some say reincarnation, regeneration, you come back again through, but you keep your same gender and ethnicity, of course. We believe that to be biblical.
I've always found it hard. I started off as a Christian. My mother raised.
Okay, here we go. This is why I'm telling you, y'all should have sent me this one a month ago. Sending me that Joe Rogan. Don't send me nothing with Joe Rogan. The devil.
Baptist and Methodist, and went through those walks. But then my father went to prison, and when he came out of prison, he was a Muslim. So we became Muslim until I was like 13 years old. And then there's this really cool brother named Yaqub. Really.
So he went from Christian to Muslim.
And we had always had this wonderful musk sent to him, the order dashiki, and he was such a beautiful and kind person. And then one day I came home, and my father and all of his friends were sitting around talking seriously, and I was like, "What happened?" Well, it turned out that Yakub, the gentle man, had cut the genitals off of someone, wino, that had urinated on the mosque.
Wow.
And I was like,
Somebody said he thinks he's a white woman. Oh man. Well, Drake thinks he's a bad bitch, so I could see. Y'all know when Drake takes a picture with Sexy Red, he thinks he sees two bad bitches. But he could believe he's a white woman.
Wow.
I didn't have children at that time, but I was like, how can a God of love have one, because if my child urinated on my house, there's no way I would.
This is such a weak argument. So a Muslim brother who he said was so beautiful and nice and cool, somebody urinated on the mosque and they said he cut his penis off. And so he's like, wow, how could a God of love do that? But you just said what we perceive to be good or evil is just the universe tearing down in natural process. So what if we don't perceive that to be evil? So now you're like the dictator and excuse me, deciding factor of what's good or bad. You're not God. You believe you're the creator. And this is what he's going to say. So people with this left hand high level intellect, these are high level witch practitioners, right? And they really think they're God and that they should be worshipped. Watch.
His genitals off. So why is it that somebody would do that thinking that they're honoring the creator? And I had to start rethinking things. And then I became a Jehovah's Witness, went through that for around 20 years.
So he went from Christian to Islam to Jehovah's wickedness, right?
I began asking serious questions, if God had never caused it to rain until 4,000 something years ago, had never caused it to rain on this earth. So what happened? It never rained during the times of the dinosaurs.
This is why I always say some people are so smart that they're dumb. So now we got to believe in dinosaurs. Nobody can go to these museums and prove to me that these fossils ain't Legoland. And remember, on his interview with Joe Rogan, he said most of his model of how the universe works was based off of the works of a white man in the 18th century. So this is what happens when you worship the white man and his ideologies and philosophy. You got to believe and subscribe to everything he says. So what, it never rained during the dinosaurs?
When precipitation is part of the entire thing. And like it said, the Bible is supposed to be the inspired word of God. Therefore, what you find one lie in there.
So he's saying it's a lie when the Bible said it didn't rain. But even with dendrochronology and the oldest root systems in the earth match up to the time frame the Bible says the flood happened. We worked on this in Sakari Varsity already, the online academy specializing in Hebrew apologetics, proving the biblical timeline. Even though the secular one or the conventional chronology that Christians use, that's not on point. So we did it from a Hebrew Israelite perspective because we have the most understanding according to God.
You have to call into question everything else that's been placed there.
Okay, well, let's use that same logic. You base your works, a lot of it, off of that white man, I forgot his name, from the 1800s, right? So if we find one lie in there or one error, we call it all into question. What about your works? Have you ever heard? That's bad logic, especially when you're dealing with a 3,000-year-old document. There's corrosion, fragment work, editorial work, copying. So you're going to find some possible historical inaccuracies. You may find doctrinal differences. That's not a big deal. But it is a big deal if you're a Christian that says every word in the Bible is God breathed and nothing is wrong. Then you're screwed, because even I will show you some errors. So if you do take the subscription to absolute inerrancy, then you're going to be screwed. Now, if you take our view of limited inerrancy, then you know that's the proper way to go. It's more realistic when you're dealing with ancient manuscripts. Let's continue.
I'm not sure that that is the history of the creator. Mm-hmm. And I think the creator is so much more expansive than that. And the one thing that we all need to recognize, perfection cannot create imperfection. Mm-hmm. It cannot make any immortality, or eternal cannot create something that is non-eternal. Okay. You know, and everything inside the universe is alive. Mm-hmm. And what people...
Yeah, Walter Russell, that's his name. The Water Ezekiel Ben Yisrael. He subscribes to Walter Russell. So if we find any lie or error or inaccuracy with Walter Russell, most of your worldview is tarnished and done for. If we hold to your same logic. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It's free.
Don't recognize is that the entire universe is the creator, and we are part of that. So we are the creator.
So remember earlier he said he prays to the creator. Now he's saying the universe is the creator, and we're a part of the universe, so we're the creator. So who were you praying to when you looked in the mirror? When you said demons possess, when demons possess you, who are you praying to? Are those ancestors embodying you? She should have asked more questions on that. It was like she was scared to give pushback on that.
And then when we do good, then God is good. But when we do bad, God works in mysterious ways.
I thought there was no good and bad. Let's continue.
But once you recognize the divinity within you, then the universe behaves as if you have the authority. And that's why it's so important to keep your word. And what Jesus was trying to tell everybody was that you are God. Right? That's what
Jesus didn't tell everybody that they're gods. First of all, Jesus told the Israelite men that they are gods. That's what he did say. John 10:34. Jesus answered them, "Is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? And if he called them gods, unto whom the word of God came, and the scripture cannot be broken." So the people who got the word, which was the Israelites, specifically the men, he called them gods. When you look it up, it's Bun Elohim, sons, right? Men. And it says the scriptures cannot be broken. Meaning what? The Israelite men are always going to be gods under the Most High God.
That's a very emphatic statement. And I don't know if a lot of people are able to handle the statement and the essence of what it was intended. But the reason I wanted you to clarify is because even when we've talked off screen, you've referenced, even with the book you're writing, we're going to talk about that. You mentioned scriptures like Daniel when you were showing the Daniel. Yeah. So when you reference those scriptures, you're not saying that they're infallible.
No.
You're just saying that there are other things outside that we need to consider.
these are historical references within it. Like Jesus said, we were all made in God's image, right? So when you look in the mirror, do you see God? And when God looks in the mirror,
we see God's creation. Let's not be simple here. It means he gave us a heightened sense of consciousness. When he says, let us make man in our own image, man was already made, but they didn't have a heightened sense of consciousness yet. Then he gave that to them. You can kind of compare it from a caveman to an advanced man. Now, this part right here, he says, I could add a scripture.
Look in the mirror. Do you see God? And when God looks in the mirror, does God see you?
Right.
That's the question. At what point? And somebody.
Now, that's a good thing because the Bible does say, he that touches you touches the apple of my eye, apple of his eye, right? So that can be applicable to the Israelites. Not everybody, though. So Zechariah 2:8 says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So he's saying that when the apple of your eye is like your pupil, when you look into the apple of your eye, you're going to see yourself. So he's saying that we are a reflection of him. We are his image. We, the Israelites, though, not everybody.
Notice we were born in sin. We were all of that. And that, the desire to mate is a sinful thing. When a man is born with, in 1970, a healthy male produced.
Now, see, this is the reason why remember I told you guys a story of why I left Christianity? Because they try to say, if you have the desire to mate, that's wrong. That's sinful. Hey, a lot of stupid ass Israelites feel like that too. Oh, if you have the desire to be with a woman, that's lust. That's bad. You Israelites be Christians, seriously. So I remember one day I was telling my story why I left Christianity, and I was like, I had a girlfriend at the time. We were together. We were having relations, and the church was like, nah, you guys can't do that. And it was at that moment that I was like, y'all trying to keep me from my high school sweetheart chocolate thing too. Still know her to this day. We're cool. She knows about the Israelites. She was learning with the ISUPK with them brothers over there. So the Israelite, the Christian church wants you to be a homosexual. They don't want you to desire the women and have a woman. Some of y'all like, Deacon, why are you saying that? Because most men in church are effeminate or homosexual, all right? I stand on what I say.
And a man is born with, in 1970, a healthy male produced 1,500 sperm per heartbeat. Mm-hmm. That is a motivating factor towards getting out there and proliferating. No,
in a minute.
But one of the things that's interesting, we are 98.7% identical to simians or to chimpanzees.
Okay.
Or to apes.
What's that percentage again?
98.7%.
Let's fact check that. He said we're 98.
Okay.
Or the apes.
What's that percentage again?
98.7%.
We're 98.7% similar to apes. Okay. What percentage are humans to apes? 98.8. Okay. That nigga's on point. That nigga's on point. But does that mean I agree with that? No. But he's, according to Esau's science, he's correct. Now, of course, that does not mean that I believe that. The niggas, I don't see no apes and chimpanzees sea walking. When they can sea walk, then I'll believe we're 98.8%. West. So what he says here, let's take a listen.
Or to chimpanzees.
Okay.
Or the apes.
What's that percentage again?
98.7%. Identical genetically. And we only 1.3%, there's only 1.3% differentiation between us and the simians, but how do they live?
Mm-hmm.
They live in a harem.
Mm-hmm.
Because of producing 1,500 sperm per heartbeat, so that and the women, the females, recognize that that's
Okay.
what's. So how is it that, as if we're 98.7% identical
Mm-hmm.
to them, why are we attempting to live completely isolated and not following those same rules of nature? Why are we trying to do the 1.3%?
That's a serious question.
Yes.
And as a female, we've had so many issues with that because it sounds like polygamy.
So she's saying, oh, but the apes and chimpanzees, they practice polygamy. So are you saying that we need to live like them and, incorporate polygamy in our community? That's the first thing the black woman goes to. Oh, what about, we don't know, even though we're so close with chimpanzees and apes, we should be on an all fruit diet. We should exercise. We should just have these communities. But we can't get down with the polygyny part.
And
Sounds like nature.
it sounds like nature.
90.
Meaning what? Polygyny is natural.
It should be
0.7%.
polygamous. So my question to that would be, and this is something I've posed to other people who are of that same thought, which is, if it is in fact how we should be cohabitating.
Now, I did see some of this. I didn't watch all of this. But watch what she says here. If we should be practicing polygyny and cohabitating according to that, watch this dumb shit right here. Excuse my language.
Same thought, which is, if it is in fact how we should be cohabitating, then how do we explain STDs when you're with multiple partners?
Do you hear that? As if anybody in a as if you have 3 wives your whole life, just there, you guys are exclusively with each other, somehow some STD is going to get in. This is what she's saying. As if monogamous relationships don't have STDs. Like, what are we saying here? That was ridiculously dumb. You're with you and your 2 wives forever, and I mean, her best argument would have been pH balance. You're not going to get an STD if it's just you and your 3 wives until you guys die. Everybody's exclusive, keeping God's laws, not stepping out, right? Your best argument would have been, well, if it's natural, then why, if you're having sex with multiple women, it throws your pH balance off? That's what you could have argued. And then my rebuttal would have been, because you got dirty dick niggas and dirty vaginal women. If you guys all clean right, and you have to let some time elapse, then everybody will be okay. There won't be any pH problems. Take it from the GOAT. Ha!
How do we reconcile that happening?
It's
You understand what I'm saying?
it's within what takes, like, does the simians, does the chimpanzees walk around with STDs? No, because they do not allow the females to go and cohabitate with other males.
You see that? He broke her down. Hiya. It's if your females are not allowed to go out and deal with other men, and they're only dealing with you, and you are only dealing with them, ain't no STDs creeping in. broke her down.
Outside of it stays within this community. Now, the difference between us, we are not in a position to carry out the natural order of things because we are not self-sufficient.
Right.
We're not working within our own environment. So we have to ascribe to a different way of life, like me.
That's true. Polygyny is hard as hell in this white supremacist society that is focused on homosexuality, the LGBTQ, and monogamy. They might as well put M at the end of LGBTQ. Literally. This is a society that says, "Oh, you're gay? That's great. We love you. Thank you for being so bold and courageous. Slay, go out there and kill it." And then a man with 2 wives, they're like, "Oh, kill him, put him to death." You see how one is praised and the other is demonized? That's only in this society. This is probably the only society in modern times too, because every civilization was dealing with polygyny until you get to America, and then our people start worshiping the white man's ways, right? So let's continue.
I have my one, and I don't have a desire to be with anyone else because this is not the environment.
Now that's fine too. I'm not knocking anybody who says this is going to be hard to do polygyny in this society where, you know, monogamy and homosexuality is the focus. I won't knock you for that. Now, if your woman's running you, then I gotta get on you, big dog. But I'm not knocking that. You can have your desire for one woman. Now, is it, you know, hey, look, what I say is this: different strokes for different folks. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke.
Can do that, but if it was great, if I had the environment that facilitated the natural course, you know, I would love to have a few other individuals helping with raising the family.
You see that? Helping with raising family. He's not saying that, oh, I want to get them just because they got a big booty. Oh, I want to get them because they got big breasts. He said, for family building, nation building, leading to the kingdom, economics. It's more than just relations.
But at 55, you know, my appetite is.
That's a lot of work.
You know, it's work.
That's a lot of work.
I can barely keep up with my one now. And
exactly.
And her sex drive, because she's 47 now, has changed. So now she wants to play, and I'm like,
listen,
I was like 1,500 sperm per heartbeat years ago. I don't think I'm there anymore.
That's a lot of work. That's my other thing. It's like it's too much work to deal with one woman. Okay, so
but I'm just
multiple is going to be a lot of work.
I'm just trying to exemplify the fact that
I get it.
That we are not living in a natural.
I get it.
Under natural conditions, and we have a lot of problems associated with that.
So what would you say is your foundation as a man of where all of this massive information comes from, your thought process?
Everybody wants to know why he's wearing the wig. Let's go to the beginning.
And I like the song too.
I like it though.
D. Howard. I didn't say the whole middle name.
I like it though.
You like it?
I like Deshaun.
Deshaun, I like the song too.
Mama gave me Deshaun.
She did. That's awesome. Because you're special.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
I was on a little bus.
Not the short one.
I was on a short bus.
Not the short little
Yeah,
bus.
when I was in second grade, because I was thinking, wow, that's the prettiest color blue I've ever heard. And the teacher was like, you think, you know, colors don't have. So I was like, yes, they do. Like, no, I don't. And they ended up sending me to remedial school for about a year. And I was just like, nah. The people that were there were so incredible, the kids, because they saw things differently.
Right.
You know, but what it turned out is I had, everyone's born with synesthesia. And that's just the ability to have more than one stimulus.
If you want to feel your energy levels skyrocket. Now, so
one stimuli can affect multiple receptors.
Right.
And so sound or color will have a sound, or shapes will have a taste. All of those things. And every child is born.
Yeah, he said that he went to special ed class because he said that blue had a sound, that colors have sounds, and the teachers thought he was slow. But colors do have sound. He explains that in the Joe Rogan interview.
With it. Right. The problem is, the first thing a kid wants to do, he wants to put things in his mouth because he has an idea or an expectation of what that's supposed to taste like, and that informs him. But when we don't allow them to put things in their mouth, and we don't talk to them about the relationship between light and color, or sound and tone, and matter and shape, it dies as a result of atrophy. But everyone has that ability to where if they see a color, they should like the color blue is like the key of G to me, or the color
key of
G. Yeah, it's like
the key of G sound like?
The key of G.
Because I know you're musically inclined, so
yeah, but
it out real quick.
It's like 192 hertz.
Wow.
Okay. That's at a low register.
Yeah. So I know that you have this passion for the insight and revelation that you've been given about an array of things, from geometry to physics to science. But I want to backtrack really quickly because I know most people want to hear a couple things about what you're doing with the wig while we're here. We're on set.
This ain't no wig.
That's your hair. That's what your hair.
This Cadillac Richie's here.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, no, we're doing a film, and thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so he explains the wig right here. So let's put it back on normal. I want to know why he's wearing the wig too, but it's a promotion for a movie.
In the time. And thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, no. This Cadillac Richie's here. This Cadillac.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Again, in line. That's your hair. That's what your
My
hair.
This Cadillac Richie's here. This Cadillac.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, no, we're doing a film, and thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Taking the time. It's me, it's Kevin Hart, Don Cheadle, Sam Jackson, myself, and a number of incredible actors. But we're doing a thing called Fight Night, and it's a night that Muhammad Ali fought Jerry Quarry, and there's a little robbery that takes place.
There's a little robbery?
Just a little.
Who's on the robbery side?
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody with a wig on?
Some bad people. Everybody got a wig on. Everybody got a wig on.
So what's your character's name in this movie?
It's Cadillac Richie.
Cadillac?
Okay, so that's why he's wearing the wig. He's Cadillac Richie. All right. So yeah, he's wearing the wig because he's Cadillac Richie. That's a movie that he's coming out with Kevin Hart and all of that. But I want to do something real quick, right? Okay, here we go. So as many of you know, I'll be remiss if I didn't plug my brother real quick. Now, I know you guys remember that okay, here we go. Sergeant Shamar. Remember Sergeant Shamar had a heart transplant, and it was successful, thank the Most High. But of course, every now and then we like to tap into the community and just ask you guys to show some love to the brother, whether it's prayers or alms. Dealing with the medication and how expensive his pills are. He every now and then he does need some assistance. So, we look out for him, and we also reach out to the community we let some time go by, and then, we try to reach out and just bless the brother so that he could continue on his path to wellness. Now, I want to send you guys a picture because he was out there teaching. The brother's able to be out there teaching. I want to send this to you guys. Really, really, really lifted me up in the spirit, right? Really lifted me up in the spirit seeing our brother out here teaching again. So let me show you guys this picture of the strong sergeant out here in the field, right? Let me see if I can do this right quick. Oh, let's see. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where in the world? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me do it like this. And let me know if you guys can see this, right? Our brothers out there, you know when you can. Okay. What the? Hold on real quick. Why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works. Okay. Gotta do all that for this. It's all good though. It must needs be done. Okay, there we go right there. Y'all see it? Let me know if y'all see my brother out there in the field. So there go our brother right here, you know. After the heart transplant, you know, the brother is getting, seems like he's getting he's getting his weight back. So all praises, man. The Most High is amazing. We thank you, Lord, for preserving and sustaining our brother. All praises for that miracle. And to just the whole story about how he got the heart and all of that, man, is just miraculous. It's nothing but the Most High Yahweh. Thank you, Lord, for that. So yeah, make sure you guys, you know, show the brother some love. He don't reach out all the time. He's trying to get through things, you know. He reaches out to us, of course, and yeah, but just show the brother some love. His Cash App is on the screen. Show the brother some love. Somebody asked a question. Do I think that Terrence Howard is close to being in the truth? Somebody told me that Terrence Howard was an Edomite. That Terrence Howard was an Edomite. I don't know if he's an Edomite though. I don't know why somebody said that. I don't know his parents either. Is it a possibility he could be an Edomite? Right? I don't know. I got to look at his parents. Let's see. Terrence Howard's parents. Terrence Howard's parents. Tyrone Howard. This looks like a nigga right here, but looks could be deceiving. Who's his father? Tyrone Howard. Yeah, I'm not finna do all this digging. His father's mixed. His dad was in jail. Yeah, I'm not finna do all this digging, man. Whether he's an Israelite or not, he's demonic. He praised the demons, and okay, yeah, I don't know. But to those who are keeping the lunar Sabbath, I want to say Shabbat Shalom to you guys because we are entering into the lunar Sabbath tonight. And also shout out to, there's been so many camps and brothers. It's crazy So many camps and brothers have been switching to the lunar Sabbath. I just want to say peace and blessings to y'all and on your journey to understand our culture from antiquity. And also, of course, shout out to my because the Friday Sabbath keepers, I don't want them they're you guys. I don't want to offend you guys. I love you guys. Free concerts, free children's Bibles. It's okay. We can have a difference. You guys were so evil. Some of the Sabbath keepers are so evil. They're like, oh, you guys need to be put to death for the lunar Sabbath. Whoa, listen, buddy. Anyway, peace and blessings and love to all of the Israelites. No matter the differences, we still need to kill and die for each other. Remember that. The white man ain't gonna lock your black ass up because you keep the Friday Sabbath or the lunar Sabbath. He's locking you up because you're an Israelite when martial law comes. Anyway, I love y'all. Let's end this by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Tune in tomorrow. We got another big live show. This might even be bigger. Just wait and see. Till next time, shalom, y'all.